Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to the Evil Within 2. So we are probably somewhere close to the middle point in this game. We got rid of the photographer Sebastian, who didn't seem to really matter. And now instead of a mirror we have this creepy church thing and crosses. And where this symbol is really going to come from, I don't know. This is supposed to be our safe room, so the fact that we're getting creepy things in general being depicted in our safe room is not good. There's a lot of evidence here to make the assumption that this is all happening in our head. Lily's mother, aka the main character's wife, or something representing or looking like her, exists now in the world and is now the new big bad. So here we have a doll. Now we can see some flaming monsters. The mother is kind of a creepy white dress and in charge of the big goo monster. And how am I low on health? What happened to that? So there was a section like this before in the first game where things went crazy and all, but honestly I wouldn't be surprised if this kind of just turns into a big boss fight. Also, I'm not sure if this fixes things though, or if this is really explainable why the stim system would be completely broken from the Union simulation now, and we are just straight up seeing burned bodies and cadavers and flesh all over the place. I don't know if the game is benefited now if there are a couple other open world sections that just don't make sense. Now, in all fairness, the first game did jump around way too much. Like, you would be in a section like this, and then you would jump.
Welcome, Caesar. You have come for answers. I am here to help.
So now we've got another male voice. There was this male bad guy that was mentioned, but I kind of thought it was just that Sebastian didn't know that the mother was it. It might be that the main character is being brainwashed and indoctrinated into Mobius through this whole process and the stim system. Like, yeah, the first game you jumped around through a bunch of sections like this too quickly, too often. You really didn't have a lot of opportunity. Let's see, you can't break these coffins. You really didn't have a lot of opportunity to run around and make make a full like association with the world you're in. But you still kind of have that problem in this case. This feels like the marrow has been just changed, honestly, because you still run into a situation here where you are going to different sections of Union and then you don't really gain any familiarity with it, and then you're just on to the next area. It's the fast pace that's the problem. Take note how fast that fire disappeared. And this is just straight up a torture room, and you can knock over chairs.
Oh, shit.
Do I want to investigate? I guess I do.
Looks like they were burned alive.
So either this was done, I'm not sure if this was actually ever a torture implement that was used, or if this is just something that Japanese people invented. I've seen it in anime, in one anime in particular that I'm thinking about, but it seems like this is kind of a lot of iron to make a torture implement, even compared to the Iron Maiden, which was a real torture implement. And when you compare it to like the racks barely have any construction to them. Maybe these guys got burned alive in
torture devices. This place is almost medieval.
Maybe they got burned alive, and that led to their brains dreaming up their own envisionment of hell because they were on fire dying. Interesting that there's chutes here. Like, so the bodies supposedly just slide down to be tortured. They've automated the whole system. Is that gonna be the Chinese Mobius agent? Or is that gonna be somebody new? Or is it just a trap? Yeah, we're not gonna even be able to look at the Iron Maiden by the looks of it. So we've seen burnt bodies. I guess the bigger question would be, are we now going after zombies still, or do we have kind of a whole new collection of enemies? Are we supposed to follow the blood, or is the blood not the safe way? It almost feels like half of this environment merged with some of the environments in the first game would have made a interesting game, and then the Union environment mixed with some of the Beacon hospital environments would have made a good game. So I do have this new stomp ability, and we might as well use a health pack and get that. And I assume, oh well, I thought that might unlock. I don't know, like, I don't even know if Resident Evil 4 would really have worked had you just been in the village section. That at the beginning, that was the part that I guess would be closest to something like this section. And this section's fine for a while, but I think it would get fairly boring fairly quickly. And I thought that would drop, but I guess not. Okay, and there's no secret passages by the looks of it. And I really just cannot care enough to go into stealth mode. There's been a few times where they forced you into stealth mode, but if I have a choice, I don't want to do it. I'm gonna go into run mode here because this looks like this might fall and try and stab me. But honestly, if it was gonna do that, it would probably bring up a QuickTime event or something. We have seen basically no instant deaths. So, yeah, I don't think we've seen any. So it'd be we're too late in the game for them to introduce something like that, really. Alright. Over there we've got some noise. Over here we've got some jail cells. So we're gonna need some keys at some point. But until we have the keys, yeah, we can't just shoot the doors. And see, it seems to me like these enemies are going to actually be zoomed up in some kind of boss fight later. Yeah, and it's really questionable just how much of this is going to be a sneaky area, or how much of this is going to be... Remember, you want to get consecutive shots because that would do more damage, but also you don't want to do what I just did, which is waste a decent amount of bullets, considering how crazy the bullet usage is in this game. Nothing there. Nothing there. So it seems like if they're a shriveled up mummy style enemy, then they're fine. They won't be attackable. So do we want to go this way, or do we want to activate this? Let's ask a question. Do we even have a map? No. So we've got a very angry zombie who has like a face mask. So I don't know if I'm supposed to hit him in the head or not here, because that looks like a metal mask. Let's see if we can do this. I might be able to hit him in the head over that point. Or again, I might just miss him completely. That guy doesn't really look dead. Yeah, and slight concern around a lot of this. Man, 3 shots to take on these guys. It is way more valuable to take your aim and shoot. I wish the graphics would load in better, though. It's pretty bad in that it gets fuzzy and then unfuzzy. There was a game, Rage 1 was pretty bad about that too. Pop in, pop out. So yeah, I'm gonna open the door by the looks of it. And was it just telling me that I can jump over this part? And by the looks of it, I'm going to open the door. And that's going to activate some door switches. And we may very well have no challenge at all.
I can use this.
Okay. Now have a crank handle. Easy enough. Apparently that was something we were supposed to do. And unless this summons some new zombies towards us, I think we're perfectly safe. Like, we would have been in trouble. But I just hear music playing. I don't hear any zombies making any sounds or anything that would give me any, even the beginning of a pause. This totally looks super obvious that this was going to be the case. Is with all these gears. I can't even pick up that syringe. There's tons of these. These might be shootable. We'll, I guess, want to double check that. So, put a little bit of extra power behind that. I probably only needed 3 shots, if I was to guess. And there we have a whole section that just takes place off screen. And I used up a bottle. These skulls are rather large. Can we shoot it? Yes, but it doesn't do anything. Another key. Another bunch of gel. But our gel collection also kind of doesn't matter too much, because the only reason we're really even trying to get gel is to unlock the final boss fight ability, the slow down time ability that I don't think I'm actually going to ever need, and I heavily suspect is just something that would have been a new game plus element, really. So do I want to zoom in, or do I think I can hit this guy? 30. Yeah, really shouldn't have taken 3 shots, but 3's not terrible. And what do we have over here? A pouch upgrade. Shotgun thing. Which I'm not using shotgun shells and probably won't. We have a burnt page from Submit Friedman. Is natural human desire to resist, whether it's resisting change, resisting authority, resisting desire, but the mental and emotional toll of such resistance often outweighs the benefits gained by it. Alright, with the first paragraph, I kind of know that the person who had Mobius create the Immusus centers, which were kind of this new religion centers, is the bad guy in STEM, and he had managed to brainwash a bunch of people into this new religion. Which then turned into this monstrosity. The universe is too well organized, too perfect in its construction. How could we possibly believe that such perfection arose from chaos? It's my hypothesis that there is a plan for you, for each and every one of us. Some people say that everything happens for a reason. Some people call it fate. Whatever it is, woe unto those who attempt to resist it. Yeah. But who the person is that would have created the MU centers and promoted that idea is, I guess, the question. And if it's not someone that we saw in the first game, or someone directly connected to the main character, then I just have to think that they're trying to maybe introduce yet another new character into this plot line. That is something that is weird about the Resident Evil series, is that pretty much every other game introduced a decent number of new characters and experimented with it and tried to figure out who was a character that caught on and that was liked, and if a character was not super liked, then they would pretty much just forget about them. Sheva from Resident Evil 5 is kind of a great example of that. Like, she was never mentioned again. I wouldn't even be surprised if the main bad guy who kind of escaped in at the end of the first game's main story, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the person in charge now. I think his name was Ruvik, if I recall correctly. We are now getting interesting, almost a direct connection here between what was in that room, a medieval building, and now we have more modern bricks. Just like, look at the walls. Even once we went through that door, we went from big ancient bricks to modern bricks and toilets and metal doors. So it seems to me like we probably are going to... It's a giant pipe. A giant pipe that apparently is designed to dump water on the person while they're using the toilet. Now, is the little indicator that we see here a... Yeah, they really just want you to see the modern pipes to realize that things should be off-putting and feel different. But yeah, I don't feel like we're gonna spend as much time here as you probably should. I hope this is an extra collectible section. This could have been... We might have a resonance point. And... might be something around this. See, this guy has a knife in his back. But if the yellow indicator is that there's a resonance point, there is a resonance point. And that would have just pointed me to this, which I can't pick up. So I've definitely been playing this game a little bit wrong. And...
Wait. Hello? Can anybody hear me? Please, I know you're out there. Do whatever you want, just please.
So the game will even point you in the right direction. Should I be worried about these guys? Yeah. I think there's reason to be worried about zombie-looking creatures in Mobius outfits. Just because we haven't seen that before doesn't mean I have any reason not to expect it to happen. Alright. Okay.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? Wait. No. Still here. It wasn't all a dream. Hello? Can anybody hear me? Please, I know you're out there. Just do whatever you want. Just please. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
Maybe this is where they quote-unquote reprogram people. Maybe Mobius was using this as a brainwashing facility.
I'm gonna die in here. Alone.
I don't like just standing.
What did I do to deserve this?
Just standing in one place and not really playing any gameplay to... So, she does have memories of Union. Yeah, I feel like I only really enjoy these audio logs when you can walk and talk. And I certainly will say I appreciate the audio logs a lot more than just a text-based log, but most games you have to do a little bit of both because they can't afford to have voice actors voice everything. But yeah, it really just kind of sucks to not have anything.
Only by descending can you rise again.
Seems like we're getting brainwashed.
What's going on?
Now we're going down a long wooden ladder, which I can't really control my angle. And there's really no worry about having to go backwards because obviously in the STEM system it's designed in such a way that you always go forward and you always get teleported to the next place. It would be a boring story if things... if you just got trapped somewhere.
Which led to despair, and despair led to self-destruction.
Okay. So we've got a preacher-like guy that we can't kill. And yes, I am all about shoot first and ask questions later. And it would be funny if he's somehow now the good guy. And even though he was the bad guy in the first game.
You didn't believe your wife. You refused to see.
He's like standing on the side of the room.
You are a failure. Your daughter was lost because of you. You couldn't save her.
Again, this just feels like this is all happening as some kind of therapy in his mind.
Who are you? What do you want with me?
See how this is sideways. Nice blood on the wall writing. But yeah, I wonder if that would have been a different color in the Japanese version, or even that large amount of blood on the wall is acceptable for their gore censorship rules.
Change your past. You can only embrace it.
So
Go toward it. Don't avoid it.
this is in-game cutscenes.
Lily?
I don't feel like I'm controlling anything. Be crazy if this is the nanny, but it's believable. They have hinted that the nanny burned in the fire also. Alright, so well, let's see how. Alright. Wow. So we just got our butt handed to us. Actual challenge. Even in casual mode. It's a little weird to be handed 3 of these guys to start with. I've seen some symbols like this, but I couldn't tell you what they're for. And this kind of sucks now that my handgun was just not fast enough to really take on those guys. Because if we're gonna have a lot of these flaming corpses take us on, I now need to drop everything, put all my upgrades into increasing the shotgun shell, which would suck. I was trying to increase the damage that the shotgun did anyways, but I don't like being forced down that path. And I feel like it's unfair. And apparently I was supposed to be using the harpoon gun or something on them, from the looks of this.
Stefano defied me, became a thorn in my side. A thorn which you removed. For that, you will be rewarded.
Stefano. This guy knew him.
So yeah, this was the guy that Stefano was taking orders from, and to kidnap Lily the Core. Man, you have to really line up the place to jump down. And no map stuff. Interesting. It's really strange that this would be the place unless we are just not going to get a... We're in a different area now again, and the shooting gallery seems to just be gone. Let's see, we didn't get a new projector or anything. So seems like they wanted to give us just enough of an opportunity to refill our bullets, but not enough to find a save spot.
Not looking so good. Let me help you.
And that's a different prompt. Alright, so we'll take those bullets. We'll never use the full health, I'm sure. We'll take whatever we can take of that. And, yeah. Let's see.
You are getting powerful, but this place is dangerous and getting worse.
We have one red gel. Was still trying to get synaptic focus. And that's pretty much all I want to do, because I don't even want to really bother to talk to the lady. And then we'll come over here and see our firepower. We could upgrade if we had 800, or we could get a double the odds of a critical. Or we do this and we increase the shotgun chance and increase the chance of a critical there. It really does feel oddly like we will probably have a lot of the weapons upgraded in the ways that we would want them upgraded before we even have any real conflict or anything that would indicate that we needed before we get the other two weapons. Yeah, so stick with the shotgun. Come over here. We'll just see what's in this door. Yeah, we have a health potion. And we have blood that looks like it's supposed to fill up this pattern. And we can turn on the flashlight. This game probably would have been better without a flashlight. There's a ladder up that way to do a puzzle. This feels so much like Resident Evil 4 and the little puzzles that happened. Is there a statue anywhere in this room or anything? No. Okay. So each one of these guys are holding a human heart in the statues. And by the looks of it, we just need to adjust the puzzle. And when we adjust the puzzle, it will open the gate. Oh, you know what this symbol looks like from? It's like literally a extremely close copy to the symbol in Resident Evil 4 in the church sequence. Yeah. So this game feels weird because it feels like it's trying to be a love letter to it really feels like it's trying to be a love letter to the Resident Evil 4 game series, but I'm not sure it really is that. In any way. Honestly, it feels much more like it's just a pale, terrible comparison to the Resident Evil games. Oops, that was wrong, but yeah, we'll just see what happens. Alright, well, this go the other way. And then this, I think, actually needs to go twice. So I didn't even make a mistake. I thought I was doing worse than I was. That blood really just looks like a solid color of blood. That you could probably put some more texture in it, just tones, make it not look like it's literally just one solid liquid that's of Kool-Aid. And if they were going to have us do blood puzzles, it probably would have been nice if blood had been an indicator as an important element in the game. If it had been the thing that had been causing a bunch of things to spawn, a bunch of zombies to spawn, or if it was just talked about and mentioned more. I mean, you could certainly have the theory that the blood that flows through you also flows through Lily, and maybe the mother, if she's actually real and somehow in STEM. Yeah, it just does not look good. It should probably be rippling or bubbling or something. And this doesn't feel like this is going to take us to a boss fight. It feels like it's going to have us teleport. Or maybe do a big open, a big Batman Arkham Asylum Scarecrow section. And that's apparently just going to be a pre-rendered section. Now there was a point in the first game where Kidman was kidnapped and she was trapped in a box and being drowned in the box.
Sebastian Castellanos,
But that didn't
finally come.
really go anywhere.
I've been waiting for you.
Who the hell are you?
My followers call me Father Theodore. I hope that you will call me that too, Fred.
Another lunatic with a god complex, huh? I already killed
Very
one of you
bright.
today.
Of course you did. That is how you deal with every challenge in your life. Through brute force and intimidation.
Yeah, they made him very bright so you
And
couldn't
look
see him
where it is
directly. He has some kind of scar on his face.
into a hell of your own making.
But
Lower your weapon.
I don't know if
Use your mind instead of your fists for once.
he's got like a little
We have
scraggly
the same
chin
goal,
hair. That's kind of
Sebastian.
nicely animated.
We can help each other. Join me.
Then they just show him.
You will be reunited with your daughter. And I will have the power of the core.
I already know who has Lily.
Yes. And Myra won't give her up so easily.
What? Where are they?
I wish that I could tell you. But you are not ready. You must be folded into my flock before I can share that knowledge.
I said tell me where she is!
Accept my invitation. I can lead you away from your own darkness. I can lead you to Lily.
They really are
I'm not
trying a lot of facial hair animation
So
here.
be it.
You should probably take him up on the offer. If his first goal is
So
to
much pain, the events
to
of the
save
past
Lily, he might as well
haunt everyone.
work with him.
I showed you the path here. You must learn that I am here to help. Return to me willingly. Then we can assume our natural roles. Not as adversaries, but as allies. Farewell for now, Sebastian.
So one cutscene to another cutscene. This is a memory. Although, why would somebody be shooting a
Look who
gun?
finally woke up. About time. I could use a little help here. You know how to use a gun, right?
So this might be adult Lily. Let's just immediately have that thought.
Take that side. Keep shooting until they're dead or we run out of ammo.
Alright, so in the first
What's going on here?
game,
Talk later.
I mean in Resident Evil 4,
Good one.
in Resident Evil 4 there was this whole section where you had to defend a area. And she's over here.
Give me a hand over here, would ya?
I didn't realize she was over there.
Looks like you've done this before.
Too many times to count.
Grab some supplies while you can. I can hear more coming.
All right. But I'm getting some answers when this is all over.
So we just start in a completely different area. The problem here with this is, even though I have this high action kick, and boy did that just go out of nowhere.
Check the back. I can hear more on the way. Good one.
Like I really, like this is a full-on fight sequence that would have made so much more sense with the ability to use an automatic gun. And since I don't have an automatic gun, these guys are fairly easy still. Like on casual. This probably would have been much more of a challenge on a harder difficulty setting.
What the hell is that noise?
Oh shit! Watch out!
They just keep coming!
And so will we.
What are these things?
Doesn't matter.
I don't even know what... they've got the little crawling guys.
I think that's the last of them.
Let's just run around and
Come on.
try and
We
grab
gotta
as
keep
much
moving. This way.
as possible. And it kind of doesn't even matter too much if I get all of this, but it'll save me a few bits of gunpowder.
Thanks. Don't know if I could have done that on my own. I'm Esmeralda Torres. Sebastian. I know.
You do?
It looks like we got him for now. We should make a move.
Wait,
before
is
more
his
show up.
name Sebastian, or was the artist guy named Sebastian?
How did I wind up here?
Or are they
Who
both
are you?
named Sebastian?
No time for 20 questions. My safe house isn't too far. We can talk on the way there. Come on. Take whatever you need inside. I'll be out here.
So walk and talk, I guess.
Try to stay quiet. There might be more of those things.
You can at least tell me how you know my name.
Kidman told me to keep an eye out for you.
Kidman?
She said she would try to get your help if the plan went to shit. And here you are, so...
Wait, I'm lost. What plan?
Getting Lily out of here. And then taking Mobius down for good.
Okay,
Wait a
that's
second.
different.
What is it?
Where is she? It'd be weird if this turned into a co-op game all of a sudden. I don't even know where she is. Like, I ran around the building looking for stuff and I've lost her. We can just see that there's stuff for sure. And it's like a whole new game with whole new alliances and a whole new bad guy. It really does just feel like the whole
Let me guess.
the game's
The way back to
changed.
your safe house?
There might be another way. Come on.
So I had to just
Wait,
walk
hold
that
on.
far.
Your plan. Kidman didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she wasn't able to debrief you on that in front of everybody. Over here. One of us has got to lift while the other one crawls through.
Yeah, this is just like, let's just copy every single thing
All right.
from Resident Evil
Get
4.
yours through before I drop it on your head.
That's crazy.
I've got it.
That's a nice twist. But yeah,
You need a break after that.
you
old
cannot
man?
even see that there's this idea that she might be main character in the third game if there was going to be a third game, or she could be the co-op partner.
What's your wife's plan?
Wait, Myra? So that's why she's here. She's part of Mobius. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, the wife joined.
Don't blow your back out.
This isn't the time, Torres.
The wife joined Mobius to take down Mobius.
You know, you should be proud of your wife. She's compelling. She recruited me for this plan.
I don't understand. Why would she join them?
She found out they had Lily and knew the only way to take them down was from the inside. So she joined up and waited for the right moment.
All these years. That's where she was. Damn it.
So I was right.
It's a lot to take in.
The story is a little complicated. We needed a recap. We needed a recap real bad at the beginning of this game of just what happened in the first game and the DLC for the first game.
We've got to get over this.
And it may have spoiled this revelation, but that revelation had already been kind of spoiled. Yeah, and that is directly from Resident Evil. Like,
Yeah, I'm fine.
yeah, when you compared this game to Resident Evil 4, compared to like
Hey,
Blood,
you just gonna forget about me?
not Bloodborne, what is it?
What? You thought I'd leave you hanging
Bloodstained
like that?
Ritual of the Night, I believe is the name of the game. That is a Castlevania clone from the creators of the Castlevania games.
You're a part of the
Like,
plan now.
they changed a lot more, and it didn't really sound like, from the reviews I saw, I haven't actually played Bloodstained.
Right. Who else was involved in this little mutiny?
Just 4 of us. Me, Kidman, Myra, and Theodore.
Theodore? Father Theodore?
Father Theodore? I just call him Theodore Wallace. You know him?
We've met. But he doesn't want to save Lily. He wants her for himself. Tried to talk me into hunting down Myra, too. He's the one who screwed everything up. How is this whole thing supposed to
So is this supposed to be two
Once Myra and
Theodores,
Theodore
or?
got Lily, Theodore and I were gonna get her out while Myra stayed behind to take care of Mobius. Kidman stayed outside and make sure we got out of STEM safely. Shit, it was supposed to be easy.
Nothing.
Let's look at the map for a second. Yeah,
Ever
it's
easy.
still quite a long walk and talk. And it's weird that we're being introduced to a co-op section and assistive
What is it?
Q2E so late into the game.
We got trouble. Look.
I don't see anything other than smoke.
Quick, follow me.
So maybe we'll run through Union with her as our backup. What does that really help with, though? Boy, does this feel like Last of Us now. Or Uncharted. This does not feel like a horror game. And we have some kind of flame-throwing monster, kind of like Safehead. Which, inevitably,
So much for your safe house.
we'll just have to...
Place safe house in the open like that. It's hidden, but we've got to get past those things to get there. You see that red banner behind that building?
Yeah.
The hatch to my safe house is under it.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'll take the lead. Stay low and keep behind me.
Right, but listen, I've seen these things before. Don't get near them while they're on fire.
Okay. Here's my plan. Is that guy down? Yeah. But yeah, you're at least on casual in such an easy position where you can just take the people out. It's not worth your time to to be stealthy with this at all. Should just wander around, and even if the guy gets close to you, here we go. Let's no penetrating shots. Oops. Jeez, man. Just a bad shot. So, yeah, you can just be a terrible shot. You can just... Yeah, let's see if we need any health upgrade. Probably not. Yeah, you can be an awful shot. You can just take these guys out. You can just waste sniper bullets all you want. Come on. We can run over here and reload and see if there's anything over on this side of the map. Nope. So this was the Mobius safe house. And I suppose there's no real danger. You think we could maybe get a twofer here? If we get both heads in line? No. I guess it's worth mentioning that you only have like 2 or 3 shots with the sniper rifle, so it is possible to fairly easily bone that up, and these guys are all praying at the crosses. I don't think there's any reason to go over there. So yeah, I feel like I'm in a weird position. I welcome the idea that we are now in kind of a different type of environment, more of a forest environment. But we didn't spend enough time in the medieval underground environment, and we didn't really take out that many enemies. And so now we're in this forest environment and in this co-op style of gameplay. Literally nobody's gonna see this big old thing. That feels like that should have been easy to be spotted. These zombies still feel pretty stupid. And we're no longer in like Union or a twisted version of Union, so this must be some side server or something that they were still developing. Or something.
Said, the greatest victory is that which requires no battle.
So the door is so big it takes 2 people, so how did she ever open it by herself? So either this is part of the marrow, or this is some in development
There's no place like home,
section.
but a safe house runs a close second. Listen, don't freak out at the amount of explosives I got in here. They're as safe as cookie dough. At least until I arm them.
Okay. This does feel like the marrow. And I don't get the idea if they were going to give us C4, what we would do with that.
He's insane. His hideout looks like an Inquisitor's dream home. I should be relieved that Myra has Lily instead of him, but...
What? Myra has Lily?
Yeah. But I'm not sure that's good news. She's changed. This place seems to have affected her. She's hiding, trying to protect Lily from Theodore. And he'll tear this place apart to find them. If I can stop him, maybe Myra will come to her senses and we can get Lily out of here.
Maybe.
So the plan is to take out Theodore.
Yeah. But I have to find him first.
How are you gonna do that?
O'Neill helped me before. I'll call him. but I better give Kibben an update first.
Right. But be careful what you say over that thing. She's probably in the control room with that lizard hovering over her.
So you have one conversation, and then we're gonna have another conversation, right? Back to back.
Sebastian? Where have you been? Did you find Stefano?
Yeah.
Did more than that.
The main character's
Eliminated.
Sebastian. The artist guy is Stefano. Father Theodore feels like a much better written character than Stefano did.
The good
So
news is that I've been in contact
I don't
with
know why they
Torres.
didn't just have him as the
Intel
bad
has
guy,
been invaluable.
the main bad guy from the beginning.
So what's the bad news?
The bad news is there's someone more powerful than Stefano who wants to take this place over. And he needs Lily to do that. Torres told me you know him too. He's a real smooth talker.
Damn. I think I know who you're talking about. I'll send some stuff to your room. That might help. Keep me posted. You know I'm here for you.
This will be crazy if
I trust you, Kidman.
if you just get a new
Okay.
weapon because of that.
Time to get down to business. O'Neill, it's Sebastian. Come in.
Interesting, you're just calling people via touchscreen.
Something's wrong. I gotta try and find him. You should stay here and get your explosives and weapons ready. I'll need your help once I locate Theodore. Is there a way into the Marrow from here?
Yeah, there's a Mobius computer in that room. It'll take you to exit 72.
Great. I'll call you when I'm ready. Hang tough, Torres.
Got it. Good luck, Sebastian.
Interesting how they didn't bother to position us to have that conversation. And we are at like chapter 11 all of a sudden. And there's just a whole bunch of stuff all around here to collect. Which, yeah. Let's just save this and we'll call it an episode. And then we'll spend slightly more time looking around this area in the next episode. I don't know how much of this different experience I can really appreciate. Maybe you just get this one section in which it's a co-op section and the rest of the game is still the horror single player stuff. It does still though feel like the game is going to be heavily more action now. We finally have some enemies that take a little bit more bullets, but not really that much, and it's not like there's a lot of them or that they move particularly fast. So it does kind of feel like we're just going to keep on chugging along unless something more happens, which there probably will be some more stuff. It's kind of shocking we're at chapter 11 though. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to further follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down in the description. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.